Bambaleje, Alaji Bamba Bojale. Bamba Bojang, Alaji Bamba Bojale. Sukuru mono banta, jinjambe banta. Jinjambero banta, leminati kabandingo banta. Jada kunda sise kunda, imamu kunda turele. Sane kunda nyancholi beau, suma kunda bamba. Kamale Muna belari njara dumazo Boja bada sangara mani ba kondele bala Dugu nimbala famala ganda nindaulajo Ika mansaya le brin sangara kono Inada tiliji banko Gambia Boja mansaya Ali batu ngase volu fali e brin tubabu nola Gambia Sefo lan nimbara bali boja mansaya da suma kunda Adela mansaya da brin tubabu noti lola akela sefo Adela mansaya kola jumale mansaya da Wala mansaya kola jumale mansaya da Sefo sanjali boja mansaya da Afana boda suma kundale Barata da sike mbujele ayeke mbuje sate olelo Adela mansaya kola jumale mansaya da kote boja kunda Sefo Yakuba boja mansayada adafana musuma kunda ngoledi akale jam sakarambulo ay korda di moja majamala ala sefo yatu mola birka makona Donya la ukenda kiebete ya dunia konole munasa inganga diale Atala sefu ya kola Jumala sefu ya da Sefu dembo santa mboja sefu ya da Afana bona suma kundale Mboja kunda Alima sayale mu dunia kono Birola sefu ya banda Sefo dembo kelem boja mansayata Ate bana mansarin sule Wallahi Jumala yo sada sefu yala Wala msefo keke bojanti Abata hula kundale Wokola jumala sefu yata kote ke Gambia boja kundale Wala msefo dembo juju bojanti Abada suma kundale Aliman sefo luje bango jankunda Gambia, Gambia Ntebe saila sule Gambia Cairo be Gambia Ntebe saila sule Gambia Gambia, Gambia Ntebe say la sule Gambia. On sol de Gambia, Ntebe say la sule Gambia, 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 Ntebe say la sule Gambia.
Ngala momeje kalilu.com de falentende nyuli ekole ya de bodlinga nima tata mo adimbala do moro magida kalilu.com wolle adandanye kamea wotonko ala falla tubab dum kodiye ni be fenkila yeta kalilu.com or shop kalilu.com isi kaspa samali ye telephone credit ko ki aliye nimbayolu domor fengol ndugolu fengo fe building materials abe sita ko jele esiki no aliye kalilu.com retariat ngala no menje kalilu.com de ngolantende
Opticalia nina ta nyajaro la karoto nyimbanko kan tolla banyato anene dinkra lulu miyano ko ni tata je ike nyajara nyala miyano ko ama nyongo soto aninna cutting edge European technology la Opticalia sa lense kendo di la ni minute muanda mala anin Opticalia mollata na samala le bake dindingol min ba tannin se kata dumala nke nya wiste nole andita fenjola laftale mobe ye kan ninata nyajaro la karola mbuka nyada majara Opticalia felending ye audioji service fanansoto ninata tulu jaro la karola isa lonko iba bulu koyol la bulu na audiology service nga European standard la soto ninata purila la moiro esenia aninga diagnosis dila laftale mobe ye la moir seniare ngosoto fodung ilafta wistero la walang ilafta jara rolla isa lano Opticalia la Nina tulu jara lola. Ta Opticalia bi Tropic Shopping Center Senegambia dala wala yemol kumandining 7767-121 wala na dulalto mimba banko kanjang Banjul 7767-126 Birikama 7767-123 Farafenye 7767-124 Basse 7767-125 Opticalia. Love what you see and hear.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين بعد ما لو كنتم على بسم الله السلام Gambia ding be dawdan ding dunia fanna la ngal sama be amna la dimbal be kontonna don ngalon na fananko dunia fantale dole hani saybe be sutole e ma wuli folo oto ndale wunyum ma wulta nyameng be duwala fanan fola si nal be kling nyum ma wuli fanan be fem mo be fem jela fanan biti lola alma kalam be kairoti kambe se simala jare kendela aning haraje filimbala min dunia kono par jare kendea kummata baakele de jare kendea na duwa man soyo dinnal bela ici aussi jam fa nyawnende ni jare kendea man tarje aka balu ko lendi balu ko kole bulu baakel bari molbo wulle bela hajola ete belare imantano e man wuli no ofnan kulata bakere to be man so danela fola sidnali be se jara kendia yo ni man sima ya bar jara kendia fanam bebul alhamdulillah fanam wala ten todo lati burum bare wolo fonsi allah taala dana don dana tolbe na fu fiamon mimbe mbulu balen tate mimbe niyo sala ben niyo jila tate ya dinnale jumana dinna ndaman so atala dum fankata wato min diatay ani nyamin diatay almal besol men ta banaje kansumen tabe mbala na ba telefonon ayata a intar tonya kan a intar misilme kan intere ku kendo fanan mbari ngolo kola kalbe bismillah inna programme don kamen ko mande Alsamaa nin ka kere le don ka kana ka nyokoro to dia ka nyokon don ka duwa nyoy ka jamano jibe kanal halol jibe nsi yal si na siyo benyamin nin ko na siyo benyamin wala na banko mbe sinin banko kan nyamin ka bon na suwol kono na tundol kan na satol to kada fo banko kan mashallah sinyo hakilo bandi kan na yal bambandi baki ol kol kono ando kacal kono yo nale social media jibe jama bije mi yalon ko YouTube al bulu am so alka ku jamal je YouTube bi ñu jamano min kono bara ta fanan keda bon yam yalon ko ay a lot of opportunity le dunia moliye amanke Facebook damante dunia mo be YouTube na daka opportunity endless opportunity le moliye ani TikTok ñol bole ñama min ita simin no itaje yake dunia mol nyaaje ande dunia mol nyaasi boyfe e si fentano je si to buy from you alhamdulillah rabbil alamin this day and age or possibilities ñolu they are going to increase lele and in the coming years albajala ko ñum platform fan de ye upgrade to something better because haniya jibe woto mo ya commence no nyami ila content ñolu and ila business tools you can use in the YouTube kata fo TikTok ñolu they are evolving nimmi YouTube understand e ba ko e kamen jibolo ñoko YouTube ka ebe lot of revenue le collectam mol bulu but revenue fa ndika mol la give and take and donc ela content ñi abe increase kana be quality sur ko na more and more so ñi wati ngale YouTube jibe albajale ko jino Conakry ila president Gambia akafutela molima Gambia ila safu ila banko dinguma ka jomboke wala ka ada tunuleke miyalonko anyabo warata baki ibe white katela big for ministerium but if fenso case jemialonko it was very inspiring, very unique, very entertaining and very refreshing kajako African leadership and how they interact with their people afane bar raise to another level and more level of the humility, how he mingles with his people. Kumayata baki. Nunto comme ngafunu njami kelol leketa kele bal leketa nu ikafmine ko conquer and conquest, the battle the war for the battle for territory, power and prestige ñilla mu kelol to milketa nu hani janding to wabul bina Africa ñi kelol ketal and ñi kelol ketal mu nekama to annex and claim territories until your empire lo wala nyama empires lo lota ilota dole lo kan to project power, to project influence, and also to project richness. A typical of that is Manding Empire or Dulsafa Mali Empire. Damianonko, even dunia la maral nyalo. Jamabi ya bonde na wallet. Kuga fuga bolle kono. Damianonko, even UNESCO ya recognize leko. Wolmu bunda ballet mianonko maralo forlung ya bonde na wallet. La heritage nyolto, la historical site, UNESCO World Heritage Sites will be alongside 100 dimento. So mbali ulu ubena obakan mbolo kono wo kelo ning conquest ning a project of tada fo the world stage. There was a Cold War. The projection of power. Or power project the military power. What do you mean by the military power? Hard power. Hard power. Nuclear. The rest for nuclear. Banko eme nuclear power soto. Akaila kwa tele sembo soto. That wala balance of power nata. Mbototo. Dunia dunia la falling how things evolve and how people need to stay relevant and how countries can stay relevant and how countries can continue to project their power and influence in the world. Mbole kano koli falenta time focus nata tara muntole iko power nata tara muntole wala power nata munate wala mu kodot na float jolle be bankola jiboko na float jolle be banko jiboko no wale kake a powerful country, the economy of that country. And what I think now, we have blocks, economic blocks, like the BRICS. The moment now, American in United States, and the advanced countries, developed countries, their economy was doing well. But, there was a shift. And that shift, balance of power in terms of the economy, they're trying to catch up with those countries, their economic model, or economy better. Places like China and then Brazil and South Africa, you name them, they're coming up to compete with mainstream economies. Or even if it's not even mainstream economy, the superpowers, right? The super economies around the world. So for saying that BRICS is rising, is also rising. And they are competing. And they are attracting investment. And the G8 nata will find a balance of power, competition in different ways. So ni aja ngani nat nan jam bade wolo ni aja ngani kacanat nan ngada muta nyinna Gambia isi ya jamina la ko bef bari nyimba hakilo krole nyimba sondo mo krole nyimba ngani krole ko ka ciosano balondu ka ado balonde ya jambe nya tili wala baki to nyalong maybe at yasambanang ayalla ayabambande je wala mu aka communicate to nyalam akere in his own ways. You can either agree with him the way he did it or not, but at least ayakela ko hana keda kalila be Gambia kalila is part of Gambia and then ake sato is okay, but wo product nying so wonata mune dina tourism la wonata mune kento la tourism ya jela mu questionot mbade wolu Gambia be mune kena to win the hearts and mind of the world tourism sector comme world dunia mol mi alon ke lafta kata fonen don dal tari Gambia be mune kila Kenya bondi kana Gambia ñin mu kulata min kumata baki bankola fankoto anum bankola nyatata anum bankola community mo la projection of influence and power. It may not be a hard power we're trying to project, but in development studies it can follow called the soft powers in development studies or soft powers in community bankola nyabo fiangolo bankola kuma kan fiangolo kat kuma fiangolo minan ko ke moy bankola kuma kan fiangolo ni na do ninko bankola kuma kan fiangolo wala mo bankola music wala bankola ela kuma fiangolo ela musical to ela jale ngaral kamune fo ni lamu kolti dunia mo le kamile moy o bankola ko ni na yitanti fiangolo o banko kamune dada mi yalon ko dunia mol nyaabe bola o fento me mo ne daka wala ntel simu de dano nga ki dunia marché batu ñinin carotte andun ko wote Gambia hano manke toñate abe Gambia le ada molbe Gambia le min so keno bar opportunity le mayele andun adnande ko wol kol manna ke fendensi min ngamalan ko so no mil kono insi titarno ko Gambia ñele so mba export ka mbade molu ñim ku kuma balati ni nata bankol la to bankol to milan ko la economy be struggle ka bari be muneke ko to diversify their income stream. It's not only kanamo jo lembol jo kordalto anu taradula la business dalto bari ñim fannal ñu yalan ko be fo kanten ñi be opportunity kanamo kanin Gambia banko le kasamba Gambia banko le ranke sokono ñi fana mu dinkrate Gambia non ko asido ko dino Gambia dengol la ñi fana mu dinkrate Gambia non ko Gambia dunia mol si ñabo ma ku ko taw power and influence ni adam be ñum fofu nan foka Gambia la ko bitaka ñame bitakan ñato le ban fam bitakan ko mal is Gambia on a decline ye ñaata len ko kula Gambia si min soto no aya tamandi ay ki banko dingli nafati wol bebe duben kanne wol bebe takan ko mal ntulo bala ñabala kibarol to iba fo kam mole ko e ko Gambia is a peaceful country wala Gambia mu bankol melan ko tenkumje fo iyo iko dulalo recognize man dumal le recognize defa manta o beto bari ngani lonne ko kibarol ta ken ko ya tande ko Gambia mu bankul le kono to dunia kono demel ngok tenkum nin karobe je say e bole tande kam wala bole place kam wala mbaron mo be lafta ila baro mo be lafta ka fo le boro le tutu nin ko ngam Gambia to diam yakadi yam Gambia anyata diala Gambia ding bele ayna diantol bele bari sing hakilo to back ñin dunia men kono say propaganda sifa siata alo ñum propaganda dolbe keren nani alo min ba koma al tanyil mo al tela mo la propaganda dolbe je mo leo tata yo lobby wala title ko dolte awo dol nata wala title dol nata kabana dunia la fanna karawla mo la tata duma la kaw ko lobby o mo fana be sit sutan dunia kono e ka kodo soto wala mo la kodo soto nyata ya yen dunia kono istar sidne ibe yimire la kan mbe kodo soto nyati le ite fem ma alon ko dole be dunia kono membe sura de wala ite lafta fem wafila tuma do hanatara mari mantare fe ne nyin ndiro ke dunia kono dunia marché bato e ba jarra ko mo la fana be je mielon ko yela business o lowol o mo sifalle kan kawo mol nyinin ka kodo soto bol ya jambe be marlo wato minna now all sorts of award lo moy kabuna dunia la fank dunia la karol dol to kala nan ko ya jambe ko mol bulu nyaton ka kendoti ka ke mol bulu mo bati ka awol sol diala ado mo no man dar sirin Gambia banko ka adun kafo mol malo mo be tamaka Gambia banko ka ni research ke bari ke banne be ko research ke because itele be sura ko dolla itele be sura ilafta minna because yalla ko ñu mol be Gambia o mol be dulatu tarin amanki Gambia dam manti Africa do be ñum title shifa la ñinen kan ka use ka ke propaganda quality ke fan sel ke fan wafi molma imanke Gambia dulti de adun Gambia dul min ngalan kon to lebe be sirin nte lenge long ñi lebi nay ka ke ku molye ke senandi molye ke ko mo balte wala ke ko mo do kula balte nsin haklo to fanalto wolbe kerene bar miliyaji be ko in mimba ko ma jama ma fa in all cases de but jama lobby ne katara koma because they are desperate for those titles as part of their propaganda to kamul hakilo sunya ngabe banko ka nonte a typical fontambita tunkuno la yaja bena marlo kono nga awodol le moy ngol si jeki jeki na ya awod bata ya di ya jemela tumo men o yaaji bo awotol dina yaaje mena abe mo jolle fa kan gambe banko ka abe mo jolle yemande kan gambe banko ka bar wol man kewala de because yaaje me and a price tag for those award is anything 100 million fa be million dollar ba dila because mena kita banko dengolu ke e haklolu sunya ke ka fayita ne mol ka Gambia ka fan di Gambia don le ko at mo ñilati wata ka manke woti fake ñin tasabiyo ka ayin tasabiyo mi muta ayin alquran mi be muta abe ko ma is fake gaje Gambia de mbal be ñew hakilo murunde kanyum si falto ali ngam murunde hakilo murunde nka call giving time event the timelines of events where we are today alin kana ñina alin nga cross roke alin kana so mole nene ko tak ñi bankunka eko Gambia is a peaceful country but ndele ite be yalon ko ñu mbota ko le ko da melon ko han police ol tata medial kono kayla concern tande ko lo amuro basol be tiñaro minke ka bankoka bandere ite be yalon ko bankoka droko be ma sibo minke ko bankoka ndele ite be olon ado jumano lantol kan ñin mol mi be ñaato mbati wol alin kana ñina alin kana ala hakko bondi mbo mbulo ben koma alin kana son je nene je itele ko Gambia Cairo bo Gambia is peaceful still now economic sojorol jokan wala economic sojorol bo bankol ka so jumala be jumano nene ka ede ko bankol tankon dala sa munata na economic sojorol be bankol ka muna ali ala fo silo sen ata intel banko Cairo tankon Cairo banko ka man sula la jam ali fana jibe barata kila nyimbe mo munati kamol nyaaku kamol sondo mo sunya o hakamol hakilo sunya because munekita nga nyaati len kontibol nin kontibo ba kanna ni election ba kanna ali nga hakilo mol to minan ko binay ka kumol fo modi ali la kumol jakandi ibe kumo min fo kay jama akaka feklet abe propaganda this in this information in this age of information age disinformation or misinformation is very, very rampant, especially election time. Nale America election kono jibe. Ko miliketa je. B mo doliye karto fay trompier. Ya regret. Because I mean not na campaign ko I mean project campaign I mo le jibe mo be al halo men kana ya pro ya wala nat nan ka fam project. Kitu da wala mo americano la ko be economy ni na ko americano la ko be economy dara la men ni nek la andi yaaje ko ay asi ku keno economy you easily win their hearts to yama ay immigration lo nat la immigration is all nat na but economy bankole economy mu bankole power to bank ba do forget about the nuclear forget about the military arsenal now bankola sembo mu bankola jibolati kodo jolle bala jiboko because ñun kodo bi banko la jiboko as ku jamala keno as prosperity create no banko deulele banko deun ma fa fukara to sotla de bari si pak fukara ya tala because bo na frol tala ka tamani ka ki opportunities for employment to create prosperity for Gambians and opportunities for talent, for talent creation. And in Kanyum what better in creative industry. It's a multi-billion industry lying idle or yet to be fully tapped into Gambian economy. Yimbejin tourism blaming for content. Nani ada cool nina chosana cool. You might be Minister of Tourism. B. Do they have a data of more talents in Gambia Bangkok? Kabo fanna bed entertainment and sports kita for fashion food hospitality You name them. All these sectors. Talents will be at a They should have a database. Kabo banjul kata for corner. Kabo carton for corner. More near to you have a talent to showcase. They should encourage them to register with the government, the Ministry of Arts and Culture, in collaboration with Gambia Tourism. Even to a point that they can go like a division 1, division 2 to create competition and to look at these talents. Then you focus on the opportunity Senegal it's a model it has created millionaires in Senegal. Is Gambia on a decline? Na kuku abebe dubenka, kuku abebe faka. Fende for jenko. Nina hanin tourism bunda fantu. Look at in tourism bunda to. Amame bake ngaja I just want to tara around la abe Gambia ecological le jibeka. Ibe al halol mento. Media nyen telefon ka ñun dal be follow. Kata ñun dal to ka ñun dal be jibe. Itel million koy dunta ñun kul kono. Ibe ale hal ñadil to be. Bari reportol mi ko ngedi soto ka bona auditol budo. Abala fa wata bak ñun ko do million abe dundije. Abe tata haynan bi kam de ya fay ñamol ko. From the audit report. Mo dandande ne fa muna fa wolto. Ye mo la ko do beta ya be pasar mismanagement. Waste of government assets and resources. Imagine that ecology. What would it have created? The opportunities it could create in the local markets, in the localities they are operating. Tourism will be naji. Employment opportunity will be created out that. Abe yamanta, abe dunde nyamoko. Han hebu, han femambo je. Scandal jolle moy ñi bankunka. Adu ñi scandal. Abaka wuli today. Millions, if not billions, will like a calafi. Millions ni billions amanga fendi kota ke Gambia dingol. Mbeñin tiaro be moy ka. Maralal be ñin tiaro be ka. Abe fundi ka abe lankene be ka. Kambe ñin kamera ko hani kabi fe mantara ke. Ndel damalo be ñoo sosola. Be ñoo sin sabara. Be ñoo doyala be ñoo tiñala. Nga ñabonde ñim tiñarol ka. Nganya fonko nin kate fa bina nin kunti bobina e be nekela kan damalo kan kuya dum damaltema kan ku takinyola ka division of create damaltema isa de mo kilo na lebe ku kilo to bari bina ne ko ka modol plantal kono kal divide kal kum sanyo. Hey, there are very sophisticated scheme lebe Gambia bankoka modol bi ko they are masters in those art. They understand the art of divide and ruling people. Ale siyata nyawnyandi nani manke kankilenti wallahi alta kututeno lo banko yolo no they become terrified to see those people continue to be organized. They want to disorganize you. They want to leave you in disjointed and confused. Kal silandi nyonyala kal kuyende draw no de Imam Kumu go long. Okay, let me put it this way. Manko dol sute manko dol long. Be what they are going to surface. Ite fa be fan jaxale ko no unu ñint. Wala nga ko nga fa na diamant ko not all that glitter are gold. Ko dol pije ni nga no mimbo duma betam kunna. Ni banku ab jam faada ko na meta jam fa ko nga fon fon mba fo la mbe continue ka fo jam fanye ni aji bake ko do sura da non man ko fotati bari wallahi ngan kadi nalning kebal dol diamu al fal dol melon ko kunun loy bilo the patterns the trends ko bi da kan nyame hani ni mo faman ka ite fa si le bon ko no ba ini haklo dem don't be biased if I ko jibe dron ko le kata nyame banko ka ali ngan ño aninga lo ñoe tonya kan tonya nga tonya jibe anin kana ñu nakaro ne ko be kay te ko jira be free if I'm free fam it is something more clean sa yetle no jibe yetare ko jibe ya jibe why are we here today iko mulle moy kunum bibe mun moy ka ñin la mu kolti ñenta community access wato bet o banko nakaro warta ba ado banko dibobe dibu bale bo banko nin ko dibo wala wallahi ngan kale ko dol bi non lankene mata bi dolbe param be tenkonna wallahi ngan kale yesu sifa ku dola ku teje naman ke jamfati naman ko tinkole adi ani mone o le be tarrewto o banko ka read and follow things question and try to understand. Don't allow people to think for you. E kana so mole sondo mo sunya kana so mole di mondo du buloko. Find out, especially this younger generation, find things out. Don't rely on what people say to you, hearsay. Go and find out. Wallahi ngankali. No the misinformation, the propaganda balabe kene numba konka. Abe kamul hakilo filindi kamul sondo mo pia. Away from the bread and butter issues, the real issues of the day. Ndele ite janda consent de la koli milika. Ila tare kan nyabo ndi wala kan nyinande wala. Non to be ñing ko no bebe keran almost every week or every month is a new scandal ni do moy e kamana ñina jawata bet mboko do fana na o fana ngo disco ngado ko ñina o fana ye ñina do fana ngata do fana to be tara ñile ko to a point of vote until the election day fombita ko biduna voting buto kono pour ka decide ni melo fa do fana be ñina law up to a point de be e be katto tale ba dum la boxo kono asike no fa ye ñina de woto ntuma mo be keren nonde banko dole kan ko do kada gambe banko ga no kada banko dole kan be ko dole moy e ba fu banko dole be kala clinity ya fa ta kala ja bandul nin ato sida don ko alna ke clint o to mbole ndam man ka fatam manzo fende fo mo dole bina ye credit la walla ye fendu ita du mala ye ke balanna to mol ko baro mo la lightning ite fana mo plate la kono e be me use kan as e be me use kan as joran as a weapon against those people sama sinen mbelebe nalo mbebe taro ni misoko ite lo o dunia na flo ni emin soto it's going to be temporal as ke nyawnen ding ate ite taro na flo do mala fufa e bandan and na banda you are going to join us yade comme Gambia don but na ba nyama muna campagne na fang sida manjira campagne Gambia banko ñing ko be mi bebe kering ñing tapala ni nakalo mi bebe kering ay muna la molkam kolaya bi tamara soto bi mulbe kumbo kam Gambia no be kumbo kam they cannot afford basic commodities adu ñu manna ñu manke coincident ñu manke alale la molika. It's a policy failure, it's a governance failure, it's corruption, it's everything what Gambia man sekunda. And jumala moti wolum Adam Barrow la ñap wolum Adam Barrow as a head of state. Atele problem la ñu bela. Madon e be ñim be fokam mole. Gambia is peaceful here and there. But ni dara kibaroto nita ni ifanga research ke era jibe banko do be kere e munen Gambia la ko eta tourism la do so website to yet kiskis lo because ni ku sifa be kere do fana kan research ndon ke any headline anata ni ngaje ngo nyinde nyim I can see nyimo propaganda be mon nene kan you do what you call due diligence check o machine be kere na te ban banko la to tare you can check, you can do fact checking madolo wala ko foni mi lazy de fam fede foni mi alongo you are lazy and you always fall for what these people said. But if you also go further you can fact checking. If fact checking e ba ko ni we can further is wrong because fact checking means wala ni ko is based on data. Alta BBC lombang Al Jazeera lo ma anani major mainstream nin ko be kere for example nin kelol be kere dal tar wala masa kunna nata kufo akabe nyinkila e kamuneke e kata reality check leke e ka data check or to verify that information esade mo bi yemen ko is a specialist on that aina screen auto afa mo le ko nyine be kere no bar nyine be nyine mo toñat nyine ma evidence je ko e min fo wala be kere ibuka fo de min fo man ka toñat de e ka fo le ko e be nyin dole nyin min fo it's not supported by any evidence and any data bar nyin do be mbiyalan ko wala be kere in counterance to e min fo afela nyine mo toñati because muna ka toñati nyin data la bije nyin evidence la bije nyin wato la bije nyin data la bije wala akata tenne akata jen black card to amanka ni black card fact checking bari e kamera ko ye ko find ma masa kunna ni headlines na yo kuma bal fa mole akata development akata femfende na ko mo mole o ko do ran dami abe kami yamira ko mol mi be nyin karanga mol mi be nyin kibaro soto kan wol man kul ñoto yana ya be fayna mol ka thinking that mba consume la wala nyam alors nunto anin science client otomo foroyal be la newspaper sa fewla right otomo de fana ba karanga ning one thing kukle otomo nde foroyala newspaper ela newspaper nta karam bakela because otomo bi aka karam moto nimbe I like to me otomo mbe kabo primary school otomo mbe primary 6 kada first high school reading kadenya bakela ka newspaper sol ta ka karam kadenya bakela because I like to nimbe safarola I use good expressions walina akura man ka fam for bari kabirin primary school kada for high school form jita namina English exam fail because in Calaf I was so passionate about expressing myself and how I could express myself in using good English otomo that was I have always been arguing that and hadumo grammar nkata tilo be nkata sirin but grammar karanga tilo be so after go Calaf back ka for real newspaper read otomo because expressional music was very very rich vocabulary. So until consume because we had no way of checking the facts. But if anything do more than consume. So fast forward to today. In fact, at some point, Daily Observer also, they were writing. Daily Observer headlines were eye-catching, were major headlines. That made a huge difference in public opinion. So, but be in this day and age, more kana song alkana so mol nkana so mol nene nkana so mol en sondo mo sunya wala nante modole ni na day kumanofo yemin to ko man to ko jibe not yemin for it nana fana kanyum fo janon ko Gambia is a crime scene. So let's be forensic in how we assess those crimes. And the agents of those crimes are everywhere today, trying to cover up their crimes, trying to cover up their misdeeds. Let us be ourselves. Let us be ourselves. Let's call jakandi. Call crossing. Let's not fall for things. Alinga kunumira. Nkana mistake ko koteki nyimbankunga. Mbariun. Nying moli binale sha binale ibe fem ibe kuto. Evidence are there. They want to run away from accountability. What I said in 2024 drafting a better than that. El after the kamol buloni Euro City to give us a blank check. A blank check. To ask el after the pruntelinga was sign or a blank check when you can sign. Don't sign. iba fola mole ko $100 le bijere that should be debited from that account, from our account. First, nga long, then gonna sign. And if ninga long ko $100 is what they need. But it check the blank check, it was signed. And if you don't get 100, Simon said, ne 1 million of check order, ya body account of it, want to blame. It's about that. It's like that. We're in that situation. Let's not sign blank checks for these people. Wallahi ngankali. Non te bakela molla. Mbenyum be folo. Kolea. Gambia be koleare, Gambia dengol be kolea min taki kam ba dengol. It's unprecedented. Konko be mbo banko kan is unprecedented. Mandere banko ka bari ngalon. Ini mol ka diam. Gambia dengol mil bo banko kan tawde madon aljuso la nyata baki. Konko be banko kan no be banko dol kan. Sambe wurta. Bari desan. Adu ñun konko min benka. Luolo be mol isin hakilo murundi isin nyawale isin kamfandi isin hadani kaytan ni mol ko ñun konko min belaran tolkam ñi natinda ñun konko laran kam because munekata su ñaron mi yanon ko mbeje kam mbe moy kam ñun su ñaron le konko lan tolkam so luolo wala karo wala loko isa fa mol ko munata konko belaran mol kam anin ñawalo faade hadanyiro mi siraka mi tengundaka hadanyiro de ka kumo fam ne najen ko hadanyiro je atoliye ni konko lamule ti nyanda sala do ko nyanda kala munati kataka konko bay mol ka bay testa lo mol nyati do mol hadanyina iba kuma kala fa la mol ka fa ko ha ni atu ni mol ko bo jim place o talatul bulu albe bulod albe yero le spill o banko ka mol yo moy do kula yo moy banko la set apparatus yo be yo moy banko la constitutionality na everything be yo moy banko la certify bundal be yo moy banko la ko be yo moy politician be yo moy be si no banko and as if it's fine, it's okay. The young generations are listening to that. Not only for a generation, for generations to come. Banko la minister, banko la cabinet minister or cabinet member, banko la alpha, kalo. Banko mo mi nyanta ka sinol wala ka konko bayo banko mo be fala konko la ite mo wol nyaani ni ya fo ko alal hako bonding ma kenom feltal ite mo keno de bari ko mo nol be ko be nyini kala pour ko bala place de imam place sambano e felta wol lafta sayin konti bo wato basika yalla na ko wolte tloje iko be bondi laje e kawa kabin say ko maslande e ko nal be nyim place o bondi nante budja mbeyro bonna madan kale o moy din Gambia din konko be mol fala so ko ngata konko et le mol fala e mu fa wanko ka iko it's okay ndir ngata konko ko nan jihado kono ani yankan kato kono do but it's also okay ko be ko la yan disrespect yan doya yan maslando banko ka iko bole kega itele fe ndol nyanda tula doyala kono ndol nyanda tara yankan katolo kono ndol nyanda tara we should be miserable e tara siri mol kunkan adu na tonya kan yena tonya ken na faniyat ko banko ka nim banko mi ko serious ta kelol min kedo banko ka fop dol niyoto ta je bi ni wol mol kalo yala nyin si wala nyin si fa ka wala nyin si wala na mol do bi ali ala hakilo to baki mol de fata ñu banku kam pour Gambia bo and hanse Gambia mambo so ni wol dol bi wol prakasta ko ma wallahi wo ab kilobe kala 15 cent mol dol mi yalla ngay ñutu banko ka be kala 15 cent because if ada dal lol minna wallahi fena ta kilo banko ka listen. So let's start with that. Tourism. Nying found a mandamani eco lodge scandal damandamandamambi. A major failure, a severe blow to the government. So now instead of nation's address, with the hope all this would have been Kamul convinced this would new issues now and there will be addressed. But no. Every opportunity in Asoto for Barrow Mansakuna to make a difference and turn things around, turn the table around, they miss all the opportunity. They had them, all the stakeholders command. Because let's have a dialogue, national dialogue. Bankola assets, Bankola resources or state resources, how to preserve state resources. Ecology, a major blow, a major failure, a catastrophic failure. Where are we today? The state of that. Bon kolon lot. Hayrebe kamera ko mol miliyan ko gudaita. Abe sunyaro ko do beye manta. Ima project nata. Ku nata. Ikamin sunya ani kamin du molla. Mbade na kasiyat. Ndema fo. Go to the audit reports. Hanni ecology audit report nata janne ngabe fu janne. Ngabe fu janne. Ngabe sata janne. Gambia dul yo moy. So ni scandal mi nan kol bi bakkan na ñing Russia oil scandal and others ata banna. Listen. Allah akbar. So you wonder why, now you understand why ñing jamfal bi bakkan na. Jamfami yalan ko ba fokan ko. Ning man sakunda bota jam. Mbe min kala wala ko mbe min kala former president's bill. O banko la president officer sotole ay molia kanta and then fem be dila president and fana wala be dila tefanana ay Gambia ite mol la naflo be ta yamon emol bonande emol fonde o be ko la ngana reward for your failure Gambia ali kam nganyo mole ba fon kanyo mole ba iko nga failure nga reward nga glorify failure. They want us to glorify failure and to help people they have failed us with red carpet treatment, with royal treatment. Or royalty should be given or offered to people fail. Yendu massive bekon. So, ni culture banuta dauda ne banko menka. Mol mil batatalie, mol mil fatalie, ali ke doya, ali kalafi ke jamfa ke kan, wallahi wo banko titano because muneketa. Mol wafla ko there is no need e fam fa banko because imam mol shoote, mine kanyum mine be fam, ibe fam fa ke if ada lo minna o dal lo bakanata. If ada dai banko minna kola. O dal lo bakanata. O is squandered. Annum fanam hani man fa fanam ibe balol. Isi kumo beta, kumo norin sifa beta ka be nokil. Not instead of being celebrated as a hero or heroine. Mol mi lan ko e kolya mol la mol kan e kata ka hero ya di wala la. To disturb ka kul kunna fale. Banko kunna fale ndi. Instead of ngalon silon kan be lorun kunka. Muna mo mi be lora kunka na me da be fala. So banko bol stage to. Banko is on a decline because of ni nakaro. Nkonto tonya nkonto nyo fasa tonya ka but tonya ka be dabar ka ke kuti ka yelemandi ka kul miston ka kul be distort to change the narrative tilibula ba min manke ba de wala tan ka fo ko nim politician memo image ndir banko demol ali nganje ali nga ñoo moy ali kana som ye fetam fanso du ndam tem ndeya ni min natanteya e ko ñe ko ñinni wala yek si ko do nije mbafre ko di juttan tol biko ndol majibe ko karlum ko de kam jibe karsi mo ne keno wala mun dolla yardstick but any other thing mun dolla doyalty woni nek la mo be doyalty ni na re ko karbe tan afo ko warata atul amene ko so ndenya ka fula tul mole pour ko doya ko balondo banko ka ntemi tonya moloti adun tel betel tonya mbolo fasala atekela ko karmo karati no par karse mo ne keno wala mun tala yardstick wala mun tala measurement bari fen dum bulo kono umutey doyalty amunda fa yenen ne fam yenen they insult your intelligence anin kan so mole mo ne ina tan diay ko ne ko kar de yef fatam fan so dum je wrong that's it nte buge entertain anymore I'm don't go for that I won't go for that with you e ka ko sayte be nyimi fa ke fa be nakarole ken in the first place so nakaron bol tulaje nga tonya ta and o tonya ni we have to be informed by data by evidence we have to have evidence based decisions we have to make evidence based decisions if it is no decision tala let it be evidence based but ka ko dimondo do bulo kono here's a speculation but then don't be insincere to yourself go and find out go and do your mathematics it will be for be here's a big speculation based it on evidence before you they can argue for okay bring me data abe nyimbangu kan katifona menan tiling nyimbangu kan alinga kaf nyoma mbega mbang kaje ko jang nta sonne mole mo ne ko tek bar ka fako kari ka ani ngo bebulaje ani mbega nyokam mbega ka clint gambe diwlo mbega ka clint ningo ngam ngani bondinga any other consideration is irrelevant let's rally around common goal mbes ni kenol dar nim balanta nyobulo atata non ede ko fu dia ko fon dañi tata do fana fonga dia ko fonga tata we have to have a compromise and a compromise based on evidence and based on data based on what is practicable because ni fu no manke wona mu nakarolati alin kara nyo nakar alin nga nyola tonya di nyola drom be nga daha par nin kon to kala nte diala dum mina kala nyenda ko set lena mingam pour ka konti bo wala bena kana la mono auzu billah adun dol biye wala moy la misonte kan tu nyola dron kan ngatu sonko la dron wala moy la misonte Italia their mission is accomplished because mne kana yen tule mbe sonko la dron be ñoo sin sabala be ñoo jamfara be ñoo backstab la lahi borom to jati toma be ñoo backstab la rek jamfara ko jamfa kapi 19 dol hoy a ko banko la possible na la potential hani ka be mun ma exploit no fende for poor leadership and selfishness and wickedness ko do be mu jawayati de jawya balamot kono to kuya balamot ani hasidia wallahi nonte ike sonde ko do la itena ko be ubina mine koslo banko kan because you are selfish you're not thinking beyond outside the box the collective plight of your people of the people of that country yenene few quits la few ni dunia fala ni dunia na flo ni dunia place la you abandon that mission you abandon that struggle for Satan, for the few quids, for the few dollars, you leaving your people in misery and poverty. But I made us lot. Gambia dono sakatol be nyimbatel be bankunka. E banko je bi abe the living condition is getting the living standard or the price indexing, right? Inflation on you, loud. But inflation be banko be akatale ya mitigated by policies, sound physical policies, and responsibility. They become responsible in how they spend. But Gambia banko control. Julo be takanton ka dab ka kafu ka pile nyo kanton recklessly. And wo fana impact la soton tol. Ado wo julo fana be takan iba sunya la nyoko to. So until vicious castle, the recurrent expenditure is all like vicious circle. Kadota. So until man ka balance no. Ibina be mon ni ka fa ko ngbe lo kamena akodole ko mon muntole. At what expense? At what cost? Billions no. Because we came down here last time major scandals or auditors point out. Few of them. We were talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars. Billions. Wala sunya ta kuma da Gambia Bangkok. Adu mabe jibe ngadan tanina jibe nga kafu nyoma rek. I call that a major most indicting audit report. That was we were billion let. Okay, Bangkok. It's okay. Billion of sunya Bangkok. Minyan la jata kenya ko. And wala na ko dole fon bi bukana Gambia Bangkok kan. Tourists do bi ko because of the crime rate and inadequate medical infrastructure in that country. It's a cause of concern. But can I ko Cairo bo Bangkok. Cairo bo Bangkok. Mulbe fala borenta yalla. Mulbe fara jara bali yalla. Lack of care. Lack of medical drugs or medical function. But hard drug dungo Bangkok. It's unbelievable. Or hard drug funding mean tinyako Bangkok. It's unbelievable. It's alarming. Obe Bangkok Minkan, Hanibe Binka ko Caron and Tangulo Bangkok. Be propaganda. Ela sono bakanna. Allahu akbar. Alma nal beso. Bari ngodo wadi mina silam mbafla ñu ko amanjere fam moy campagne ko moy ni Gambia don ko nte tonya tala mbe ndokku ko non ndek ko ya ko no ngamira mfalo lanka wadi mina silam nte ñone ne la jande ñu bankunka hani de ni mi man toñaje o mena o be bulle ila ñan tolom bare ñaa toñaje ko do toña fasala ye kalasi de dunda ñamo ko wallahi bla e fambula je bare ñim bankunka mbekunka ate moto bala je na banko tiñata mbele nim banko dunda ko le o ko la ko na dunda ate mbele hanin ko ndel ko mbe ñaabe toñala mbe ñoo sin sabala mbe ñoo fenkla rek man song ñoma Angata ngaji ba juma who is going to be the winner and the loser. Angata bitakan tenyame nkonta sonna nyoma. Wadu mina sile ngamna diaw kembe sonna nyala. Nimman son nyoma. Wala mimbe kala wala bekala. Mimbe kala wala nyene ko ndoro tawata kala yo banko ga. Alma ale mako, alma ale tanka wala. Bare ko bitakan nyame. The scheme mimbe takan right now is a cause of concern. Let's pause and reassess, scrutinize, be forensic. Be forensic. Don't just look at the surface value of everything that is presented to you. Go deeper. Mbadi go deeper. No. Leave me time to think for myself. Let me look at this again in my own way. And the new worker, use your instinct, use your best judgment, but don't be biased. Don't be biased though. Base it on evidence and base it on data. How is it possible? Let's look at what is possible based on data, based on evidence. It's too risky. A badina is what to in the bush. Ila tonya min bebulu luaka. Ila fa tonya min dunne bulu. Ni ila fa bulala, ni min bebulu ko ila fa bulala ajakande kende. Don't fall for it. Ndes wala yamaro ndebole hakilin daya kumolo dilalla ni atraka bentalma wala namam benama fana no problem. Ndeka min fona wala ndeko I hope I'm wrong. Because I don't want to be vindicated. Ko ngani fa la janne. 2021 jani election ngas program on the jang in series nko reality check on Barrow no bode na muntole because muna kita jang jani election be sinas election be na kita Gambia United Kingdom. There is a whole series of program they can make on their leaders to check, to do in a thorough check on them. And the track record against what people know and what people don't know. And who is this person in the first place? What do we know about him? The reality check. It's a complex world. We need sophisticated leaders who understand the issues and understand our struggle. For the code. Sign, Baro Kamineke, I'm sorry to blow more there. But Baro, take a film of Safari Adiala drawing a car at a book called Jakandi. You could not call Jakandi at a Kumodolifo, at a fine Adam Runa and a Kumodolifo, at a Clint. What would be? I think I found so. So, what way mean the co, a Camindia like I found in Carandro. You they spoon feed you. They want what they want you to say, and what do they? It became incorrect information or dealer. So you read to people, and you make yourself open. You expose yourself with a lot of gaps, or gaps so they are not filled by any data or any evidence. What that does is it exposes any more found actually found malam nebekere. That is poor leadership. But it nkame mvolo ne ko fo moye ya faham moye nyaton ko faham rosoto. Right? You are able to look at issues critically. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. Nim ko tara tiata etelebo fola. You mol me ngo me mislead you they with all these issues ning atiata e wolle mo la ko they will point at you. So kana so ye use e kana so ye ke jorant listen but ngim be fujane series of that ngamuna fana njibe wala nyinde ko otumo corruption skill bina taka nyami ngoro ko this guy will be weak to fight corruption bi mo be kere we are vindicated ndol be betara nyile fala de ninga kuje ngaje ko ninga ku cross ningo nyinde nying ku yen kutuma fenne motina ya fok mo de mo ko tan def mo kuma mo la kuma tan def until the fund is otherwise. The Ninga feel that time is otherwise. I'll come out and say, you know what? But until then, based on evidence before me. I'm not going to be wave around that. I will make some is based on evidence all the way through. It has to be based on evidence. Well, based on evidence, that will shape my opinion, that will shape my orientation, and that will shape my experience in how I deal with those issues. Because that is in itself, nkana nyonaka. Mola tonya diala, ana tonya membabulo. Because niabale otonya yana kara otonya la. Ite fama bet put yourself in that person's shoes. Alon cool mandingol kame ko kute fanna batati. Ni ko be kudo be ali ngan tonya nyona tonya dilan kana nyo doyan kana nyona ka. Because ni mi yake ite la ate diale ifana kana ko dola. Ifana kana ko dola. Because hadama ya fana ko mun nakarolati. Ado fana mutilim baliyalati. Kamura tonya ta ka bonda bulu kadi dola. Mutilim baliyalati ndefana ya. Ali nga tonya dila nyimbanko nga tambe nga ta kairo kono. Manin kon tokela bitara nyi kola dona kono. Adu ngamira ko do personnel ate sonal de abtara continental dron ñu bata bitara la fa dron bayri ngi kon te cycle ñu break la cycle ñu ba break la ñaadi le let's excuse ourselves from all this noise nga lo toñaka nga toñaka dron wallahi toñal what that will set us free adu nga fa ko do la toñaka ko do la position le ngoron o mo toñal ko toña bi ko toña is subjective. I get that. But tonya ibakang, make sure you are informed by tonya by evidence and by data. B, you can do that for yourself. There are some tools for me along with carrying scientific tools. If something is becoming so complex for you, put the data there, and then you try to make a decision. And they will help you to make a decision, a scientific decision based on evidence. They will tell you the result. In crisis management, you have those tools there. Because in crisis management, decision making is important. Critical decision making is important. You can do that. We'll be carrying a bit lot. If you think that you're a human, you can make errors. But computers and scientists and data and numbers, they don't make errors. Luckily, they are very precise. No. So when you use those things, it becomes nearly perfect. It will be completely perfect because even in sometimes there might be margin of errors, but are they very minimal. Sometimes these things they're very sophisticated because the world that we're dealing with is very complex now. So leadership is very informed leadership is very critical for that. But na ada kunda tourism ninga adoku kendeke entertainment auto sports hani na drama they are coming up the Sadio Manes and the these guys kitabu they are coming up creative industry there are millions of billions of dollars embedded in there yet to be tapped at a band. Dubai, if you go to Dubai and other desert countries, they were deserts. They had nothing. They have risen to prosperity today. It's as a result of tourism. The tourism they came up with a very productive model they may use in their tourism. Now Dubai is an example of a test, another case study that tourism commodify Kenya become and the value is has given the country billions. Just like creative industry, I mean the Nigeria when it comes to the movie industry, I mean the Nigeria is in billions. Nollywood jolle pump Nigeria economy. It's like oil for Nigeria. A new oil for Nigeria. So, ngani fanam fanam ko ni mol million ko dia in this new movie kul ko franki nyolu Sadio Mane nyolu kita nyolu ndeme na kankula no jang well before they were coming. Nko there was a time there's a time Gambia do le wul na the rest occasion ye camera nat na ye more recruit to kana ko dum film industry kono. We want to also have our own Gambian Nollywood. What? It's having a Gambia for Gambia Nollywood for Gambia whatever you want to call it. Now you have privatization. Some people are coming up with their own private thoughts and how they want to progress with that. The Sadio Mane Grad Drama Group, Kitabu and but we want to see more coming in. And then, if you look at Senegal, for example, today, the wiri-wiris and the other stuff, your millionaire will make you lot of share back. So then you'll be bit. So because of this, this creative industry, coming creative Bangkok, we have our wrestling competition. Damian is encouraging smoke them out from the communities and societies, and present them. Then your sponsor, they can be, they can also attract sponsorship and other stuff, and they can make money in that country, and you can create employment out of that. Gambia is already structured in such a way that we can easily encourage competition. Regions, divisions, in regions, I don't want division, but they call them regions. CRR, West Coast region, North Bank region, you name them. These are all regions competition is getting better at going to the national level. That are buying a doom, ngabem buy bat, ngambirol nat now. Gambia own birol ngan own nyobren kentel la nyobren nek Senegal la nyobren manke kilint. Senegal nyobren de sometimes can be like boxing. Bandol dai ke dun nyola la nyobren. Fenna diara wote, fenna kumata wote. But from the comfort zone, they implement these things, these ideas, and to see fruition out of this. We create, we create money out of it, value out of it. Then out of that tourism the production will be diversified. The income streams if diversified, could often but never could to sunyala. Because being told Namo Jola, Namo funky beka sunya bekata. We are in crisis. Gambia, we're in crisis. More million go BJ, whether you idea the bank, for you support the bank, for money, but no, nothing is working in Gambia. Everything is stagnated. Last time, Pamula Pamraka, from a man ko Gambia, from a man kitana, Kunina da man kitana. There is a shortage of everything. So, we are in crisis. So, Nimbo Kono, Alinga Lon Yofe, Alinga Kilenti. Alinga Kilenti. Ngananyo Sinsaba. Mpekere Fari Jibeka. There was this gentleman I told about a Bojan number. I was going to Muleke Kilenti, Gambia Dunleke Kilenti, and to advance our common good, our common interest for the national interest. Nene Freda Gomez Banningaga, how. She wants to know the how do we go about that. Opposition can you opposition before. Alafu be ben black e banko tambende. Right? Ningo banko tambende. Alinga lonko democracy do, me democracy do kono. Alinga nyola judila fontal te tambino la to mo kin tambino la benga blo no maba. Barata kila be mul balande mul ko te kila wona mun nakarola ti badi wodo. Wo fana mun nakarola de wala mon han kabi mam pare falanga. Nim pare tanon am fe mandre mol sondo makon. Nko mbenga kafu nyoma nga nyumbanko bondi. Wallahi sa kenola. Bar nim ma keno fana. Akun aduno nyin mbele ba abeta mbele kunka mbele ba dunula de. So Dumbia in Conakry, I was so inspired by how ye chosano balundu ebe benta bayeto ebe la chosano balundu kan ebe la adol nice they're projecting something to the whole world. This is what we can. This is what the white news fund is from this peace in itself. Niyajibe program Niyajibe. It's so inspiring, so relaxing, so motivating, so encouraging. Africa has a lot to showcase. Africa has a lot to export to the global market. Wallahi. But in total, everything seems to be on a decline. Is Gambia on a decline? Ana baraka baka demo nga fem dunda mo moy kasla asala ko boyndenya but na banko with all the potential aminsoto wallahi nimbula tan akol no ben na banko balala people like places like Dubai memem foka tourism, arts and culture aden tel kam min fon kan kanyum miroro min fa ko misiko haramtale den kilala haramtale anani sifa mbaden alingol bula ni atre ko o den kilolu kila o den kilo so kilo bije mo fode ba den kilo min ko gambe banko be propagate ko pour kayro ten kanko kayro nin tengu sabado banko kan kad yamaro di maral lale ye hatlo tum banko na flo do sifa o man haram o famu kawan dolati kabrin kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam abubakar na makka abdun kam madina ya bendu numula den kilo long ya bendu numula isa okay su kula mo bari ci ko mo den kilo la isa ya bendu numula tantan lomo di bolle makka so wo tantan kam na produce musicolum ndo na tantan bi jelembe ko sala be musi muna mi musicolum so itela tantan mam fisanto la tantan ti ali ngo bonde kol kono ndema moy lamu dati ko alquran kono tantan mam betera mo ngena ka tantan ko wala mo ngena ka musico iko musico mi ala so ko nati wala man betera wala haram par na article bi jey they are with lot of talents mbe suppress with this kind of thinking and thoughts na ko be na kada kunda ni burko be babe burka kan o banko ka mbadan titano banku yadan sometimes ka dino bandu kol kono nga banko samba banko nyanta sambra ka banko damiran ko dino sida sifa bele bo banko ka it's not only one okay to nyalo muslimi ala sembo warta je but for wato dol bije aninga banko hani saudi hanu makka saudi mbe saudi le bade saudi ye makata yo preserve yak je holy side let holy side away from all these things but in other towns and cities ikam international artists like in Saudi ka play they are attracting boxers sports they are attracting sport all sorts of sports racing Iboke can want to grow their economy Saudi ko man fako wrong they want to rely on their oil only they want to rely on the royalties it can mean from this hajj they could diversifying their income stream to make that country so resilient to economic shock around the world, becoming a major player in the international politics, a major power based on economy. Power not because they have nuclear, no, it's because how much money Saudi economy Saudi. Look at go to and look, follow documentaries on their royalties. Just like we had Mansa Musa in Mani Empire in those days. Gold. Huh? Oh my God. We're not ready yet. 00447771676759. Na adol mimbe everything is declined. Na mbirol be Gambia bang bi. Mam mbirol hani mbirol bi je mbagam mbirol le. Right? Drama groups are coming up, but comedians, where are our comedians? Na fashion, million ko sayin kami mo iko kara Senegal, karala le bondo Senegal, ikiran na Gambia. We have our own tailors and tailoress. Ite banda, Gambia Bangkok. They can is film karanol million ko is iconic about Gambia. Mesela face fenkela pare ñaar fam karanole min kita fenkete kafnya lalo kebañolti ani influential people minan ko they were in the struggle for independence aussi falte to at least ke ñi defando to make that a national brand look like Ghana ñol sifal de say il est ka fabrique ñol militaire ki da pare ñal sifal militaire ki da so it's a banda so we have a lot. But Minorolomu and then have the ball to go and implement these things. Neither if you look at all the councils in the Gambia, Kabo KMC, BSC, Bikameda Council, you name them. They have perfect opportunities. We Masakunda see Sembentrianole through these subventions to build theaters to perform, cool kije. Ko instead of kata only in la de kafna imagine en kanyum kata jana to dum nimbe programme ke lan kan holol mil use ni lal to tang for example ni hotel to la ni for jama hall no we can isi council of an empower le they build theaters theater benya me wala ko it is a very a kind of integrated facility to that caters for so many events, so many types of events. You can bring people to perform on stage, doing so many things here. You have the seating arrangement and also the multimedia functionalities that are present to project those talents. There are builders, there are specialist equipment that are necessary for those theaters. A local talents will grow, and then throughout the year, or council catalog ticket will draw. Throughout, sometimes you have a calendar. For example, you call okay, ida kabun kona for carton. You ada kundal jibe molis milan ko perform no kabun na musol to katat ye book ina ka kuke mo lew dalto. And the tourism fanang ya ben sakot ya ben tourism fanang nangol sina jene to watch those local talents. You take wafi, not even nationally but internationally. You come through box office, however they want to call it. You have series of events throughout the year marked for Birkama Area Council or for KMC, for LRR. Damian ko sipanda. But ningol facilities so often be molekila abe council of makoyale in their income streaming and jumal le fana be nafa so and then of masakundalo. So masakundani ila kaso henda ka doko kele kiblo du nyobulu inyo sembentu ya ina manta kirola they have meager resources but ni masakunda blow du koto they can do more but mo defana mi jawla ne ko na tourism na ada kundal ni chosan kundal bi balula wala fana nyama because people want to be entertained, people want to see these things but ninga be bula mo dan private phone call dem man fana babulu yes they will grow but abida people go around with their cameras, going and taking some of these things like a YouTube channel, which is fine. Those people have to find a way of getting income. But in America, we can do more when it is national, or at least when there is a support from the council or support to the council to implement those things. It's important. National theaters to be cascaded to all regions. Who matter about it? So, better than that, but tourism product needs to be diversified, and culture is important. It's integral part of that commodity that needs to be sold to the world. But in the light of this, in the absence of all this, Gambia is definitely on a decline. But I mean, all these things, Gambia na kujama decline. You have other issues ko de mangol ma Gambia sovereignty na kudul bi man mala fu mala min kata ko but there is a lot more to tell you ko Gambia man na adna prestige na influence everything is on the decline. Yeah. All right, Alabaga 004477 9676759 alsilafa akilola askino mudo family program jibe kana mialonko he agrees or he or she doesn't agree. If you don't agree you miss this point. I think it should be this way. Nyo kachandola mu amanke mo kiline abelong kumada from kumada bagale nga understand konim bijang we don't have monopoly over facts. No, we are just only saying what I think is a way forward, but I could be wrong in that as well. So I want to also hold myself accountable to my viewers. If you think that Ngamin Foja is not correct, please challenge me on it. And that's what I encourage, and that's what it should be. Challenge us. And I feel Ngamin Fo in that feel it's not right. It's not correct. Because when you fo kan kamul mislead. Ntul fana manya na kana jang kamul mislead. Rasa enta kunde mende kunde made. Nim nara jambe ko mo fana manya na kamul mislead fana. So ninte fana be kuma foka I should accountability start from myself as well. Natal fana ya America be kuma foka jamia lanko I think I'm misleading people. Please challenge me. Challenge me and put me right. Of kono kuma tabaki kono kono purun kana nyo nakar. nimba fo kan kana nyo nakana nyo kala ndakun dem fana manya nakala multi ko nakaro kan na virus nakare wala kamul nakare mi be programme jibe but hadima man timma you know I could be wrong in what I'm saying so I'm holding myself accountable to you if you think when fem for jang it's not right please encourage call me and let's discuss yeah and the ko idea of misinformation nsa doko jolo nyum bankonka I think a more challenge when they come up with things and they more mean for especially when there is no data no evidence to what they are saying challenge them openly yeah okay assalamu alaikum Omar ngara mo nge konton mo ne diara
alhamdulillah kona da nge sama
dimbal bi ngadi
bebe jagiro fine
okay bismillah
ira ka jabe diarin baade men fo abem toñal
okay
andala jere nyaata abem toñal fani dasa dani fa fo nyame tanni because Gambia kanyo filindi wala bija du melbe mol filindi ka wal manya na ka mol filindi e be mel filindi ke manya na ko final filindi mol mel final na ta je ko de kan ko jiki tan milla ngeke na wasa fala to wala na ta jawya bi al palmel la barako yi siye ani mol mel ye ka to ke yi siye wal ka findi kalo public ko mol doya adu moment ne kan jorawdi fomne yalan ko lo central government lam ni manya nakala ni manya nakala abake kan de bara manya nakala ndel ba ke e ba kan le manya nakala anya ke sabara
okay
ngela ka ta kuma ba adu mo nyanda ka diam ni mo la banko ko do men de tinyari de la do ko menti yani be sira blande be diam lo molye e diam molla banko ko do be dame te le sembo so do kata ka diam golla ya fu mole ko nyine tinyata min ba tinyata ya ko ka latu bantol mel man da so do man sembe so do e tele na amuna ko de ken dalin na alfal mel ya ko wollon dol tan Allah sanote jel kanalo ka won kuma e doya ke malundi ko kumol foye ko ñin mo dol mel ya ko wolle na si wolle be sirin sembo wo sembo ni ya ta ko dege wala sembo ba la ke la sembo ka dum tele wo sembo be di tel ibentel li pa ka wala ni manya nakal ni manya nakal jen kolom tilumti mo tilinu mo ka kete laami mo me ala nya la so di manya na ninka mo me mo fi di manya na ninka le ñom mo fi mo fi mbel ye Gambia dum la kairama ya bi ni tol ko be proud la wala Gambia dum la kairama ya wo subatu dalde because membe ka molla na banko kambe mu nyara neri yo ke ka nyanta won respect lal adu o manke minister di de o manke president o manke police o manke soja wol al fallo melbe sokon al fallo melbe kundal wala ka tuna mol kande wala ka tuna mol ke bunya wala ka tuna mol ka ko ala ke ku min wonde ko jang alma tindi nyo kama do be tinyaro wala hajla tinyaro kala de wa do be tinyaro wala hajla tinyaro kala ba handan do be yamla senna ko mo nyinyal munati nan benna ko mo nyinyal diga ila ko satinna pala ko satinna sewma ko na ko mo satin ko to Gambia kawna to dal be lori nenka amanke to police olti amanke to minister lo Gambia la banko be nyame o kasi ka banko don threaten ka ko nalbe abe tarante le yelo bon kay man sakunda sindi o man sakunda be sika wato meno adama baro atele nyanta fingla kanyum kuma kam bay ka fonninke nyin kay kan na ko kam men foten fonninke man na klati nyara nim banko alfaale nim banko dada e matinya bay del fonninke le na de kaftan nyuma ya tinya ade boda jañom fonninke na ta ko de ko na ya tinya mbaaje kan ko de ke nyom fonninke mel ya ko del ko wollo na sama di kolti wol kafti dik alfal tol kuma ndi kana ba to se doya ni manya nak ni manya nak dana baraka ba
okay wala mon alphabeti Cheikh Umar Fati ngati ni jay ya soldat bo nge kontom bake Omar Fati kala lamin bobo sanya ngal be sama Sanyamba Moro Camara, Sisla Jadama, Sisla Lion Jadama, maybe diare. Ebe Angleterre ba. Yo, karangane sometimes katra jaman na fana. Musa Dabo, nye kondong, Ibrahima Cham, Lamin Conte, Albe Kondong, Thomas Lamin Touré, New York, nye kondong bake. Yeah, it's still nice early morning. Maybe it's early mornings there. Yeah. Albe Kondong, Juma Koteke. Njais Solomon, yo nye fana kondong, nye kondong bake. Yo, bari wulu, wudunde. So tabo bidakande, babudung ngamela. I can still take one more calls. Najibe. Okay. No. Gambia la koda. I mean, nina najibe desa. Nte be minyi dwala dong wala nyende ko. Okay. Assalamu alaikum bari. Yo, tombong. Tombo benga. Yo, dimba benga.
Ke kondom ba ke ba.
Nyejo.
Kona nge kondom ba ke bani sego marani lamini fadero ngal de kondom ani la moyr lalde.
Adama Fadera, amanke Lamin Fadera.
Adama Fadera, dum aya hakkoto ni Adama Fadera.
Yeah, no problem.
Kagata baki. Adama ya de Goliath mo kakanya maka Goliath yake nyawanya dosi ello jala. Sabani memallafi. Wala ni mamanke taraku kene kunna. Barnon de jang eka kuma nfa be nyame ka fo nyaale adi be mol kunindi kanin ka mol blessilo ka membe betiare. Kadung ada ku ti wabol ka fole kultua.
Culture.
Dol ko culture. Ilanyin sa de bal kone kanyin theater house bumba fen je dawo dan di ilanyin ku kutol le kataro le manindi kanje sai mol ka wali fam manindi go nyaale ke fam pentu nya ka odun ka maniri dum. Nimmen kadaje ko kusifa lorne jew ele ko kodo.
Rum panyati.
Otiata bungul wol ka godo men dundi. Bung ka bung kile do ci sate ba kono ko godo men wol sate Africa banku nani la economy ko te.
Rum panyati.
Yo so ne membo sifal ay natika banko nyaton ko kai tela. Because comme même for Sénégal ñoo boro bi wakati wala ci mo war Sénégal ma sa ko ndafan. Anu nga banku dol fana jël Afrique kon sañi be famu ñandi ka Sénégal. Ni meni ke bu ite bulu gambo bulu kono ni ngi ay ka be mini fano le ka city foi non consoya. Ini tiba bol bele ka ñu bute ya tike to le ka sango do le ka be ka bon ye fen ya do alo taw tike du sem la bunda do way do ko soto. Men be ñu woro ke je wali do ko soto. Men ka fengal like yem fana ka fene men ka nyete be nyintala be ka do ko soto so ba je journalist be ka tar bisi nga ka ban ko samba nyato e man tare kuma fu kana na hakili fulo soto je be kuma nin fo kan ya ban ke tanati par mo fana de soto le men ngalon ko mo te kuma fole ma de ka fu ko si jaw no boni men be kurani de nyam faydu le ka tar do mar nyene je mo ko kuma fo mo ke jele ya nge tendela nge jegira ibaka te kambake because ambulo fatal bayran te kapatale kan fonyo nka gifo fulen ka paniki comme especially Gambia la ko ka fu Gambia be menyi ni nambe na sotola abe kelal
No, sometimes I'm not there. I'm not going to go in one. Couldn't my one to go and look at Facebook from Vital, but it might know.
But abe kelal bayra do America mo fene sen di keme se kele be joriala so le bon de Afrika nyame kela o busi falle ko saji bulu be nyame na America mo fene ya kele sen di keme woro wala kele be la ro saji busi falle ko America so no le kete president to Gambia fana be fa so to la ya mo kana bata dan ro ala fana mo dan da ke kana da ha so nganna ka to ketro okay tumando kiyama yankubal sifalu no na ta pawato luwa be tamala nyama le banku te tan no le silo la ka kairo so to ni luwa man kandi men ke nyante do na julola so men ma kiabe men kono asignor ko bari ndeni tebe do ko lagle ndanga million alta yen support aka yen promote aka ite be ko mete kamera katale betela men ka joy fana ya ka la nyo kan fana ngata
yeah
banko fo luwale taje men soron ko kay soron men ma soron ko ke abula men nyanta ko do sara lay ani nyen ro men be Gambia banko kan ya ka constitution ko no ye mo nene ay sedo sotale caji wilita ye mo bul nani fonyo kono la bango be ay wala ne so nani kan ne so nani men mu kan kilindi ko la ne so nani ye so sanji mo mo de mo den law ye kondom commander albe siare ba degi la ngal tendu thank you
okay baraka tombo mbane wolo tombonti hakilo baka 2021 for 2021 number but alnako before the last election pamodi programme dole ke ala afana place ngama kafuda me fan wakete ngama something like that I made an wala ko hakilo baka vividly ko nim falin manke 2021 Gambia to settle ado alo ponyat alo is vindicated nenko Gambia to settle mafo Gambia to settle is Gambia on a decline. That's the same concept. And I think it's in the line of that. Gambia, we are in okay, I'll give you, there is an academic study, right? Academic study called Simon Milje, they are pointing call. The moment now there is a shifting global power becomes a reality, where the non-state actors are now challenging the monopoly of violence and whatever, right? When it comes the rise of Al Qaeda, other terrorism from Colton. Academic studies now they are how the West was responding to all these realities. It's a very core. Is America on a is West on a decline or America on a decline? You all better. A lot of research like it to argue in there was an academic debate about it. And we could debate those have no, is the other way around. And the West is now even showcasing more power than ever before. But our power is not necessarily the size of the military only, but it's how much influence they have around the world. But how much this influence can also be about how much money they have. So now, with the coming of Trump, I feel a sign, US aid, you open the blood is that another agency is spreading American influence and respect around the world. So with that coming down and the Trump in the tariff policy and all other things, are they creating allies or they're creating enemies around the world? So a lot of academics are saying, in fact, the coming of Trump in where America declined from solidified. Some people are saying no, it's the reverse, because now with Trump, unpredictability, and America powering, take it to another level now, because it's very unpredictable, and so many of the other states are on their nerves. So a lot of things more. So, but Gambia, coming to Gambia, that is for another. Gambia benyami right now. Nakulu, alinga po nyafnya nakulu nyami anisai. Nunda kanyim kon mimbe fale. What more youth week. Gambia nango funding cholu can showcase their talents in sports, in music, in arts, in culture, and also all sorts of things. Youth week. Mansakunda, people Mansakunda project spend a lot of money in that. I remember I attended one in Janjambure. Right? That was Wakadiente back. It had around have classes they are showcasing in other sports in other from Kankurala, other stuff. Huh? Imagine how much money, how much employment was created out of that. But now we can take it to another level. But we're going to be on a decline now. So na kujamal be on the decline. Socially and economically, we are on the decline. Right? At the political level or state level, the state is not that effective and efficient. That also is a indication that the Gambia is on the decline. So it's been vindicated. So, but we can do more to turn the table around. Right? You have to have visionary leadership to do for us to be able to do that. And boom, the way we can nyame, betulun kan nyola le tulun me nyoso no mo sabaka me nyo timbaliaka ati tindona no timbaliani man sokon la me mo timbala kan telefon dam mal ba nyo timbaliaka ambre ngam bidana la janne forward do inshallah dia mo la man dia inga fem fam man donda mo moy kase sala ko inshallah there's a possibility we'll come for breaking it down today inshallah. Then until then I will come I will take a leave of you, and the mefaron mo alman be sabni mala sutron tankola si man jare kenda an harje filing lawan ko juma bankol ma fala karala alman diala ñoy rek nan kuya ñoy si na ñuro si fata alman kana alkanan kuya ñoy setano akadum badi ndamal tema setano akadum kanun de ndamal tema setano akadum mo leptema min mo kilomit ku kilomol setano hadama din jaw balat nsi duwa alama alen tanka setano adan setano hadama din setano soto jinna setano fana soto hadama din setano wala fana jawata jinna setano hadama din setano fan ala masi bo katna ne ko akebula kule te fam menan ko ibe fan fakan ibe fan kele ka woto koko ni hadama din setano dun dal demal tem ani betata kule ke ka mimba e kamene ko fan kelo ibe kuke ka menan ko te fan alan ko it just gonna it malo at that time but yes is fala ibe fan kele ka ibola na watu mena it will be too late adu fem man jawe dunia ko me fan kelo si atele ka dum skelo bete assalamu alaikum baden
la ni ka dun dela mo ko te tombo
tombo
ko be bangi men fo kan inte me dan kata ngakawan dol mo en kata alquran fasar dal to bari ka men fo hadama dinglu sabati dingirala ni jinol sabati dingiralo ani malay kolle kacha bar setanol sabati dingiran nan mo meje hadama ding lam ñogol setanoti
fatta
ginnol lam ñogol setanoti bari kito be men kunna dagra sinin karanal kamen fo lam hadama dinglu ni ginnol adunya le fana sabati dingiralo ke mol benala dunya adama bena dunya ko ne tembo me xam ginnol bay dulal nel to ni ita sabati da melto adama dil na sabati da men na karanal kanyen le kacca ni wal quran fasaro bari taganyogo ken na jaga ke wal wala man ke wal ko taganyogo jago walakin alfa kendol ke dingil taganyogo jube ni ke dingin mo go je tamala men ngalo ko metel kontani ni ma fuka funyo go nyala ko lay ka fa na ko ni menje de malla fi nyeno ci isi ba sinoto
okay
mo wala mo ñola setano mo wala ka ñoko feeling di ani mo akanya ta doron because in lafta men fala me binta fono la baraka
nga fahamne baraka baki tombo so bare ngol buto ngi dana jande fo wado masna inshallah ala baraka bak alman beso sabu ñu mala je ko ri moy ko almala be ka karo inshallah sallallahu muhammad
badingol atol min kala fe firi fengol la suwolu kono nko kibaro fele kibaro dima ba ñinu pakayol ti mialon ko wati dantan ak woleta andunga pakayol buka jamfa kare dantan drong pakayo sedding adingol le beteya ye dia andu min diata beto wolem ko do ko mon wara abuka watota anafa warta ifilale kombo busura bari fana min diata beti wolem ko na lafta albe komandal drong ya pakayol natale faltara dulalto natra dung alla fa kibar senen sodlaji alse kumandinole 3360 366 581 7718 wala 71746.